Alright, here's a brief video on making the drawings for this homework / project. I'm going to base it on the example 7.2 that's in the book. This is we're making it slightly different because I'm not using retaining rings on this. I didn't feel like covering that. So I've made it already in SolidWorks here. I didn't bother with the technique I had maybe alluded to, where I made a bunch of planes. I just started on the right plane here and just built up off one section at a time. But you get the idea. And then I added fillets based on what was in the book, which I think they used. They were using inches here. Of course, our project is in millimeters. But so you can see that the fillet's pretty small right here. They used a 0.02. And in the bearings, you know, like I did say to look up in the table here. I think it's a table 11, 1 maybe, something like that. I think we have this table right here somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Or is 11.2? I think it's 11.2, right? Had these bearings in it, and unfortunately they're in metric right here, and I don't feel like doing the conversion. But you know, right here is a 25 millimeter, which is the same thing as a 1 inch, right? 1 inch diameter is 25 millimeters. Anyway, if you were to take a look at, I think I said angular contact bearing, that's like 14.8 is the C10 ratio. That's at a kilonewtons. I think it's going to be way larger than, let's see, we gotta go back to this, right? Than, well, I gotta go back. Yeah, this is running. This is great, isn't it? Oh boy. Let's see, shaft design for stress. Yeah, I think if you were to once you did the statics, which I'm not sure exactly where the statics are done in this problem right here, but I think they're shown, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. If you were to go back and look at the forces, let's say, right, these two forces, and get the resultant from that, right? So whatever the square root of 115 squared plus 356.7 squared. If you were to turn that into kilonewtons, I'm sure this would be way smaller than that. But that one, so the 1 inch diameter really kind of got chosen based on the trying to get the words out. Based on the ratio between the D1 to D2 right here, right there. So anyway, so here is going back to my drawing. I'm going to create a drawing out of this. I think I have to save this first in order to get it in there. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go up to my directory here, and I have one that's called SolidWorks file. So I'll go F20 ME370 homework 12 example 7.2. There we go. I'm going to tell myself in the future when I go to look for this file again, so I can find it. Okay, so I want to create a new drawing. And I told you to use B size, which is 11 by 17. All right, and it's already open in there, so I can just stick the file in. And we really only need a side view. I mean the front view, I guess. You don't need the other views. And this doesn't really use the paper all that well. So I will use a custom scale. I have to actually, I think the better way to do this, I keep forgetting, is to go to sheet and go to properties. Is that right? Yeah, and we could change what the default scale is. Let's make the default, let's try 1:1 and apply the changes. I think we might need to rebuild. It says 1 to 1, but that doesn't look like it changed. Oh, okay, use sheet scale. There you go. Boom. All right, so but we might want to like change that for yours. You might need to make it bigger to fit into things. Something in here that I like to get rid of because I don't like the way it looks. I go up to display and I get rid of, sometimes I put tangent edges with font or get rid of the tangent edges that are part of that, right? So because you can't really see that. Now you can see the fillets in there, but you can't really see that line. It doesn't really appear in a real shaft. So let's see. I think I might have to mess around with some stuff here. I was asked about how I put X's right there. I probably shouldn't even have done that, but I'll show you how I did it. I think it was Jason was asking. I just went into my sketch right there, and I think I might have had to cheat and go to this line right there instead. And then I did it again here with the center line. This is not necessary to do. I mean, you could convey the thing without doing this, but I liked the way that it looked. So that's what I decided to do. I don't know. And honestly, I think I might need to, if I was going to use this for dimension, I might have to be careful because now since I took this off the bottom of the fillet, instead of doing it like making it all the way, so like if in reality that should be actually like like I should get rid of that right there, and it should actually be right there, right? Otherwise the center of this is not going to be in the correct spot if when you go to make the dimensions onto the thing. But I think maybe I have just caused more problems by even showing that on my original drawing. I just like the way that it looked, to tell you the truth. Let's see. I'm having a hard time getting this thing to grab. But you can see, and this is just a graphical thing, right? It's not, it's just to help to, sometimes you see that it's not, this isn't like a really common thing to have those X's on there, but I figured I would show you how to do it. It looks kind of nice. A lot of times people want to know where the center of the bearing is. It's sort of like for a let's see if I can get this to, it's not doing the automatic thingy. Sometimes you have to touch it onto there. I think that's going to be right. Let me double check. See, what I could do if I really wanted to mess with things is I could go from here to there, right? And then I could force that to be horizontal, right? So that it's small enough that nobody's going to even notice that it's there, but it's going to force the thing to be where I intended it to be. So when I go to make a dimension something off of it, right? So could have just done that, yeah. And I think that's going to be horizontal. I think it's going to be in the right spot. When I go to actually make a dimension on this, it'd be nice if those crossed at the same spot right in there. But anyway, when I go to, I'll go ahead and put a point right in there. And it's going to be really small, so you're not going to be able to see that point that I placed onto the midpoint of this right there. But I believe that's going to give me the right dimension. So that right there is a better thing to be making our dimension off of, right? So when we go to make a dimension onto this thing, we have 10 inches, right? And so that's like the critical dimension because that's how the thing gets put into the machine, right? And then when you go to have other dimensions, you want to be careful not to, like, you might be tempted to do a dimension and do this right here, right? But of course the fillet's not there, right? So you got to be careful when you're putting the dimension on that you actually go to the correct edge, right? And what you can do, I think does it know to do this? No. I guess there's another dimensioning thing in here. I think it's horizontal ordinate dimension. You could do that, I think. There might be, you could have baseline dimensions. You could use some of these other features. I'm just mentioning, I don't remember how to use all of them, so I'm not going to right here. Because I could figure it out, but I'm in the middle of making the video and I don't want to stop and figure the thing out just right now, but this is going to be good enough. And I'm going to go ahead and break like one of the rules that you usually have for dimensioning, and I'm going to go ahead and include all the dimensions in there. A lot of times, you know, it's not. I guess technically, I think I have enough information now to be able to build it. And then we want the diameters in there, right? So, right here is put that diameter in here. Put. I don't like the fact that it's going over to the right. It would look better to me if it went over to the left, but I'm gonna leave it right there. And then let's see, go to this. And I think we're right here. Oh, well, look at those guys that cross over. I better fix that over there. All right. And let's see. Let me fix this guy. I don't know why he decided to do that. Let me go fix that guy. No. Oh. Dang. Come on. I think if I click on that, is where I click on that. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, click on that. Got him to go over to the direction. Yeah, that looks okay. Looks pretty good. All right. Also, okay, so if you want to do a call out, an annotation here, where are we at here? Datum feature, datum here, balloon, linear pattern. Let's see. I think it's a note. I think you come in here and let's see. I'll pick this note right here, and then I will write in capital letters. Keyway. Did it tell us what size the keyway was in this? I don't know if it ever actually says what size the keyway is. I don't know. I'm not going to read this just now, but what I can do is that I know in the area where this there is a keyway, that's going to be D3, and at the end they summarize the diameters, and D3 is 1.625. So I think that's going to be miscellaneous shaft components, and I tell you somewhere where there's a keyway, don't I? No. I think it's table 7.6. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, so since this is 1.625, which is 1 5/8, right? That would fall under this category, right? Am I right about that? 5/8, yeah, 3/8, and yeah, okay. And so that's going to have a keyway if we were going to make a square key, and let's go with a square key and have it as 3/8, right? So 3/8 by 3/8 keyway. So maybe I guess I'm going to go here 3/8 inch. I usually use lowercase for an X right there. 3/8 inch keyway. And you could do it again over here, right? And I kind of wish that would go over. I don't like crossing the line, but that's the best I can do right here. Whoops. Damn. I wish I had I meant to. Okay, well, maybe I'll put it down there and then delete it. There you go. Oh, come on. All right, I guess I'll be lazy. Somehow I could have saved myself a little time. Just make the video a little longer. Except spelled right away. Okay, so you don't actually have to draw. Excuse me, the keyway. Because for one thing, actually, it kind of messes the thing up a little bit, and it's kind of weird. They gave me an arrow here, but a dot right there. I guess they think I didn't go to the surface enough. Yeah, okay. If it's on the surface, it'll give an arrow, but if it's like or on the edge, but if it's on the piece right there, it goes to a dot. That's interesting. Kind of like this arrow better. Gonna hover right over there. There you go. Now don't forget to change your the sheet. So you want to edit sheet format and put all your stuff in here, right? You know, I like this. This is where we would put the company name, but we went to you're going to the University of Hartford, right? University. Well, spell it right though. University of Hartford. And that doesn't fit, so let's make it I think a 16 fits. No, 14 font. There you go. Fits pretty well. Make sure you put your name of the project, right? So we might want to, I'm going to put, I like to always say what year it is because I teach this many years. So, and the course number is, and project, except spell, wow, doing great today. Project example, and it didn't fit for some reason, and it's not being centered for some reason. I don't get that. Why aren't you centered? Why are you not centered? Oh, that's what it meant by centered. Okay. I don't know why that's not centered. That's really weird. I don't get it. All the other stuff is centered. Why are you doing this? All right. Maybe let's just change the font down to, there you go. Okay. That looks like, that looks closer to being centered. I don't quite understand why is that doing that. All right. Anyway, and then you know, this doesn't fit, so we want to make sure that we go down to that. And I think this one, do we control it with this, or do we? I think we have to control it on here. Let's see. Does it go? Does 12 fit? Not quite. Make it 10. Oh, 10 doesn't fit either. 9. Yeah, I guess 9 fits. You could just change what the drawing number is, right? The scale is correct. You might want to put in what the weight is, right? Enter what the weight, whatever the weight is, because you do know the thing, right? Make sure you put your name on it. That's really important, huh? EJD. Generally, we just use initials. At least we did in my company. And whatever today is 12/6/20. Keeping track of the stuff. Material, we should probably put what the material is. We don't really have the finish, and we don't have the tolerances and of that kind of thing. If you're in millimeters, you should change what that thing is, right? I usually get rid of some of this other stuff over on here, but it's not hurting anything, so we can just leave it. So there you go. Now, if you want to print this thing out, and by the way, you didn't have to do this thing here. All right, I just emphasize that. You could dimension it in other ways, just as long as you effectively communicate it so it could be built. So if we want to print this, that's a good idea because some people have a hard time with this. We want to print, I have a print to PDF right here. But we also have Microsoft Print. Make sure you go into properties here, and then you're going to have to go to advanced. Change the page size to tabloid and hit OK. Make sure you do a print preview, and yes, we got everything going on right here. And now we could just hit print. print. Okay, hit print. Maybe that's the one. Okay, there you go, dummy. All right, plot that thing out and put this into the correct place. I'll put it into assignments for this one, and I'll write example, except without caps. Example. Kaboom. Now I also have Adobe on here, so I could have also used the PDF there. Now, I did say that I was going to show the AutoCAD side of this. So I'm going to start a new drawing. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to come over to homework. And I created a template down here for you. And so I'll open that up. Whatever. Okay. So what you want to do, okay, so this is called model space. I don't know if that was the way that you learned your stuff in ES220, but this is model space, and if you go to this right here, this is called paper space, right? And paper space has what's called a viewport, and this viewport is a window into model space. So let me quickly, briefly draw this thing out. Hopefully I can do it without taking up too much of your time. I already have, I'm going to make some layers here, but I want to make my a layer that's specific for the drawing. So I create shaft layer, and maybe I like a good, I'll go blue, boom. And I'm going to make that my default layer. I figured maybe some people would want to have a tutorial on remembering how to do this if you wanted to do this instead of drawing doing it in SolidWorks. So I'm going to start a line at 0 and 0, boom. Oh, and I'm way the heck away. All right, so I gotta. I'm just going to enter it right there, and where's my? Oh, this is great. Well, I'll just pan. Yeah. I am way the hell away from my 0. There you go. There is 0. Okay. And so I'll start another line. I just want to go right to 0, and I'll have my ortho on. And this thing is only about 10 inches, so I'll estimate somewhere right around there. Boom. Get rid of this line. Make this line, it is going to be a center line, so I'm going to keep this as center. Oh, I don't have one. Okay, I need to create a new layer for center. So we'll create a layer for center. And do we have a line type? Yeah, okay, I did put a center as one of those in there. Okay. And I think I like to have a center line that's yellow for some reason. I don't know why. It's just always seemed right. Well, and I also don't have dimensions. So let me create a new one for dims. And that does not need to be. It's accidentally made that. We'll make that continuous. Whoops. And then also make this. I like my dimensions to be blue. Why? I don't know. It just seems like a nice color. Cyan, maybe. I think it is. All right. So I'm going to change this to the center. It'll be a center line. And I'm going to draw. Let's see. And this, I'm cheating and doing all my little cheats and that kind of thing. Okay. So, actually, I'm going to change that to a center later. That would make a lot more sense. So that's going to be a shaft right here. So I go back to this right here to look at these different different sizes here, the different lengths. Well, actually, I had copy and pasted it over to here, didn't I? Yeah, I did, to figure out where all the lengths were. So I'm ignoring that part right there. So this is going to be 1 inch long, and it's the 1 inch diameter. So this distance is 1 inch. This is 0.75. This is 1.5. So 1 inch, 0.75, 1.5. So I'm going to offset this line I've just drawn. Let's go 1 inch. Boom. I'll offset again, 0.75. And then I said 1.5, right? You're not there to answer me because I'm talking to myself. And let's see. Keep looking. Now we go, this appears to be 4 inches, and then this is 2 inches. 4 inches, 2 inches, 0.75, and another inch. Okay, see if I can remember all that. 4 inches. 2 inches. And then 0.75. Oops. 0.75. And then 1 inch. Nope, I forgot to repeat the thing here. 1 inch. All right. Yay. Okay. And so now I want, I need the diameters, right? So the diameters are 1 inch, 1.4, 1.625 right here, and 2, right? So if let's see if I can remember all those. 1, 1.4. So that's going to be 0.5 right here, up there, right there, right? 1.4. So I go 1.4 divided by 2 is going to let me do that. Oh, didn't like it. Okay. So I think there's a way to do it. I don't think. Do I do equals and then equals 1.4 divided by 2? No, still didn't like it. Okay, well then just have to do math. It's 0.7. All right, and then that one over to there. Okay. 1.625. I have to do that calculator out for 1.625. That's 0.8125. 0.8125. Boom. And I think lastly, I need 2 inches, right? So that's going to be 1 inch. There you go. Now, it would have been nice if I had planned ahead and had made these bigger here, right? All the way up. I think, there's a way to do that. I could have just grabbed them too. If I had been planning a little bit better, I would have made these up. But now that I'm doing it here, boom, I think that's going to be fine. All right. Okay. So I think I got a lot of trimming to do. This trim tool. There you go. I think I can actually like do this right here. It's a cheat. With that. Wait, that doesn't look right. No. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Nope, I got that wrong. Darn. I lost my train of thought. There you go. I'll fix it here in a second. Something's wrong there. What did I do wrong? That looks like it isn't symmetric. Let me double check. I could use the measuring thing, or I'm just going to use this. 0.5. What right here? Did I get that messed up? 0.5? No, that's fine. Okay. So I messed something up. I tried to do it too quickly. All right. I think I trimmed one that I shouldn't trim. Let me see. This offset's still set to 1 inch. Okay. So I come down here. Yep. Okay. That's where it's messed up. So let me trim this off. I need to extend that down and then trim it off to there to there. But I think I'm missing this line, so let's copy them and move them over there. Whoop. Didn't want to do that. Copy it. I'm taking all kinds of shortcuts and things. Alright. Okay, so I think that'll extend out to there. Yeah. Alright, so here is actually this. Yeah. Should be able to extend that. Boom. Boom. Trim this off now. Okay, yeah, I know it's down here. Right? Yeah, it's taking longer than I meant it to. Okay, well, there we go. Does that work? Did I get everybody? You don't actually have to put the fillets in on this. I can make this center line right here. Make that the center line. Actually, it would be nicer if this center line were extended a little bit further out. So I'm just going to grab the radio button and move it out to there. That's decent. Okay. And let's see what else I want to do while I'm here. The rest of the stuff I can really do over in paper space. Okay. I could put fillets in there if I wanted to, but I'm going to leave it. So in paper space, I've already created a viewport right here, and in a layer I've called VP viewport. And that layer, by the way, let me see. I'm going to go to layers controls. Yeah, that view. See, it's the print. It says the printer is off. So even though you can see the line, it won't show up in the print. So I'm gonna double click inside this viewport. It's like a magic window, and I can zoom in and out right here and get the thing kind of centered, right? I can move that around. Now, I double click back out, and now I'm back in paper space, and I just select this, and it knows that it's a viewport. It has a special properties where it can now, you can make a scale. All right, so there's already just zooming in and out, we made a scale, but we can drop this down to 1:1. So now what we've done is, and we don't want to zoom anymore in and out of this thing, but we can center the page, or we could just move this box, right? So you can see what happens if I move this box. I can cut the thing off. I don't want to do that. But now I go to my dimensions, my dims, and okay, well actually maybe I'm going to go change my layers to center, and I could put those X's that I did into the other one, right? And so what I'm actually drawing, all of this is in paper space, even though it's connecting to something in model space. It's an interesting type of trippy thing, right? We're in these two different spaces. But boom. And okay, so snapped to all the right things. Now I want to get my dims. You might want to change what the dim properties are. I changed to my dimensions, and I'll do this horizontally. I go from the center here. It's actually this yellow doesn't look very good on that white, does it? Boom. Actually, I'd like to change the background color so that I could see this better, right? I think I can do that in options. I think it even shows up in this little A thing. If you go to options, I don't like the colors. Display. There's a theme. I think I just go to this right here. Display paper background. Well, that's the behind the thing. Sheet layout. So here, uniform background. Let me make it black. Yeah, I like that better. There you go. Yeah, you can see that a lot better. We do that I think that's the preference a lot of people have is to have there. And then let's see. So here to here, right? And then you can use this feature right here, which is I think is a continue. It's just to do this, to do that. Here, here, and here. And then for the diameters, you could call them out if you wanted to, but I think what we're going to do, I'll do this right here. Here to here. And then here to here. I'm going to move that one to the outside here in a second, just so you know. I'm going to wait until I'm done before I do that because it's just doesn't look good right there. And with the center line, I think I could just pull these out, right? Yeah. Yeah. But I want to move this over some. Yeah. And you get the idea. I think I'm here, right? And, you know, it's kind of better to change the number of decimal places, I believe, and not let it round things off. Shouldn't that round off to 0.625? I think I might have messed up the size of that, did I? I don't know. Alright, so it doesn't look... I'm going to move this over. Boom. Sure. And that's fine. And so what we should do as part of these, all right, so I think this actually is going to need to move out some. Out to there. Should put the diameter symbol in there. So let me see. There's a way to do this. I'm looking for it. Where are you? There's like an override thing in the text. Text override? Huh. I don't remember how to do it now. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'm back in the paper space. I'm back in the model space. All right. I'm trying to remember how to put the diameter symbol in there. I don't remember. Boy, it's been a long time. I guess we're leaving it out. anyway, I have all this other text for you to change, and these little lines will disappear. Maybe we could actually just delete them, but they are in the viewport layer, so we could delete them. Put in comments. You should like get rid of this stuff if you're not going to put in any comments, but you could put in what the material is. I don't know if it says material. Oh, there is material right there. So like I deleted that just a second ago. I shouldn't have deleted it. We could take some text. Let's borrow this text right there, copy it from the midpoint of that and put it to the midpoint of there. We're going to leave the finish alone. But anyway, you could just like, double click on that and all right. All caps, steel. Tell them what steel it is, right? But put all the other stuff into there, and then you could plot this as well. So let's pretend that we did all of that, and let's plot and make sure that we are in the papers. Let's see. I'm using Adobe Print. Let's go for the one that you probably have for the printer. Is going to be Microsoft Print to PDF. Make it check. Okay, so I do have the right. It looks like 11:17 right here, but double check on there. And as you're coming into user preferences, custom page size, no, modify page size. You just want to double check that you have the right page size. So double check on that. All right. Is it custom print size portrait? Let's go landscape, advanced, tabloid, right? So you have tabloid is the answer. Say okay. No, save the change, create a temporary piece. Sure, that's why not. All right, so you could save these and you could save and organize them if you wanted to. For the pen table assignments, make sure you go monochrome. And make sure you do a print preview. And you can see that's a nice looking plot right there. So we will go back, I think it's there, go back into this. And we plotted here. And let me go up to my assignments. And I will make it, this is example in AutoCAD, right? Boom. And if we go back to check these out, let's see, did it make? No, it didn't make it. Let's go check out. It's in fall 2 here, and assignments. Let's make sure that they look good. All right, we have one. It was done in AutoCAD. All right, it looks nice. And we have one that was done in SolidWorks. Yeah, looks a little different, right? They're not identical. Some of the line weights are off. Ooh, I accidentally shifted something. It looks like there. Yeah, I messed something up. So I want to definitely want to. I think what I did, unfortunately, here was nope. I need to go back to AutoCAD, don't I? Right. I think I accidentally shifted everything in my model space, unfortunately. But what I could do is I can actually just, I don't think the zoom changed, right? It's 1-to-1. What I can do is I can actually pick that point and move it back over to that point. So everything should match up now. Yeah. That was unfortunate. But anyway, I got it to move. So let me get out of these. No, I already closed it. Okay, good. So I can plot it again. So I plot. It should be fine. Oh, nope. It's unfortunately, it didn't save the plotter. Right? So it didn't save the plotter changes that I made. I should have changed it to here, change it to there again. I think it's custom there. Change it to land. I like the results to be in landscape instead of being sideways. There it goes. It's tabloid, so it would have been okay. Yeah, I've saved it to the file this time, so it should come out. Make sure we do the pen assignments. Like you could double check and see what happens. There's a preview right there, right? You can see it has all these colors. Oh, and it's got the wrong sheet layout. Oh, I gotta fix that. Okay, so let me go back and fix that. We want the pen assignments to be monochrome, but we needed to fix something else. Let me double check on that preview again. Oh, okay, no, it showed up. It was weird how it didn't show up the whole page. But anyway, we're good to go now. I fixed it. See, it's good to double check stuff, right? All right, let's double check what it looks like. Here's our AutoCAD. Boom. All right, and I should have changed the drawing number and the title and put my name in there and all those other things. So that's what we have. It's a really long video, 46 minutes, but maybe it'll help somebody get their project